Hello, 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 and welcome. This is Julian the Dual Design, and it is a massive handmade reveal day. So it's hopefully a nice, wonderful afternoon or evening for you guys. And the week is almost over. I can't believe it would technically be Friday Eve, right, of another week, another day gone. But I finally got everything we've been working on lately, from our tissue boxes to our file folder gift ideas, our huge Christmas, not huge, but good Christmas stuffed pocket adventure, and some new things in the shop that, supply-wise, to get you through the last of your, holiday needs and New Year and all that jazz. So there's bound to be more things in the shop, but this is what we got going, and I wanted to just sort of do a nice, quick flip through of what we have, what we've been working on. So if you're interested in it, it is listed in the shop as of this evening. When this airs, it should be in the shop ready to go. And if for some reason you see something here in the video that for some reason is not showing up in the listings, please reach out to me in the Etsy messages and say, hey, I saw this in your video. Did I miss it? Is it sold? Because hopefully with your notifications, it'll tell you whether it was there. If you just don't see it at all, let me know, because it means something happened and I didn't get to it, or there was a glitch, or who knows what. Social media and everything else has been a little glitchy lately with the holiday season coming upon us. So anyway, let's get going to this lovely thing. And I don't even know where to start. There's so much to do. Do I clear it? Maybe I just clear it so you guys all get a clear picture of everything that's going on, right? So yeah, these are the tissue box ones, which we'll do a quick flip through on. These are huge. This was the last project we worked on. I feel like I so channeled my mother, a vintage paper girl. She does beautiful stuffed bag ephemera holders, and we did a few little twists and new things to it, but there's over a dozen pieces of ephemera here, some decorated, some kept simple because they are digitals, so you could do more to it, and there's plenty of room to add to it. So can't wait to show that one off too. All right, so maybe we'll slightly shift. So we have some new things to finish off our pink vintage Christmas feel this year, as I created the new fabric. I have a set of 3 fabric ruffles, because I know those who bought my fabric, unless you made fabric flips or fabric ruffles yourself, the sample that came with the kit was just enough to make a cover. So if you need some ruffles, because that's just not what happened, we've got a cute little set of straight cut and sheared cut, double stitched ruffles. Just a little cute. They're not quite full page size, so they're great to go about 2/3 of the way down, as edges and trims and whatnot, or if you have a smaller journal. We have a set of 3 there, right? Nice and lovely. So we have that. Then I did put together, since we're on that one, a ruffle to go with a fabric flip. So it's a fabric and lace flip. It's the fabric, it's mesh, it's lace trims, bits and pieces of cream, white, green, and then, green mesh, all on the beautiful piece of fabric. Nice little 4x6, so it should fit beautifully on any page that you have, right? Any standard journal. So if you happen to do this, again, if you didn't have extra fabric, there's a lovely fabric flip and a ruffle to help finish decorating out your pink vintage Christmas journal, right? So those are in the shop. Those are, I think most of this, yeah, it's all under the DJNS handmade category. So it's part of the shop. So there's those small ones. So those are fabric flips and things to add. And then, so to keep with that, we have these new foil, got a couple sets, not a lot, because we're testing them out. I believe they're the 4-inch. 4-inch, just shy, yes, 4-inch. So these are the 4-inch foil gold and silver doilies, paper doilies, right? You get 5 gold, 5 silver in a bundle, 4 inches, so they're great to use in so many ways. We use them all the time, but love that we found the foil. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to keep enough of them in the stock over the years, but for last minute holiday, silver and gold, it reminds me of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer claymation. Yeah, is what he's looking for, right? So those are in the shop. Totally stoked about those. So a set of 10, 5 and 5. We're now doing the 3.5-inch sort of craft colored ones, set of 10. We got some of those in the shop, and we have our limited session right now. 2, these are really bright, 2 different white paper doilies. They are, let's see if we can see the pattern. There we go. So we have that lovely pattern. And then this, lovely, a little different, right? One is a little, this is like bright white, and I think this is off-white. Yeah, this one's a little bit of an off-white. Hard to tell in the video. You won't be able to. But it's a smidge of an off-white, but it's not far. This is a very bright white, snow white kind of deal. Okay, and then you get, so 6 of each of those and 6 of these. So you just get a nice little doohickey. These are 4. This is 3.5. So it's a nice little bundle of white, off-white, and craft-colored doilies. All right. So we've got that. So we've got that kit, but then you also just have plain craft if you want those. So we have some more doilies, and I believe last week or so we added the rainbow ones. So the red, orange, yellow, mint, pink, and baby blue. I know like 8 or 9 colors, and so you get 2 of each one of those. So that's fun too. So we have rainbows. We have the large sets, or really big doilies down to 6-inch doilies. So we've got a number of doily now bundles sitting in the shop, so that's awesome. Now these we all started a while back, but these are Joey Card Maker trifold folios, and I say that because these are what from his Yuletime cheer and Christmas folk, there we go, freebies and journal kits from last year that we started, right? I did a journal from it last year, and I had these pieces left over, and I wanted to do stuff, and we sort of started back in July, and I'm finally back to them, and I think these are great gift ideas. There are folios that you could glue down into a journal. They may be a little tall. They're definitely a freestanding. I've put ephemera in them, but there's plenty of room to put gift cards and cash and checks and memory keeping moments, and they're just a fun thing to give to girlfriends, or your journal friends, but your girlfriends who love crafting, maybe a teenager who maybe has something in the Christmas theme that they just seem to love, put in their stocking. So they're all tied with something, which is great. Most of them are a type of crunchy crinkled ribbon, but decorated on the front. So we have our little Silent Night. This is sort of a teal and pink, but it does have quite a bit of the darker blue as we get into the inside, but everything was worked on. So everything now has something. We've got, this one is glued down, but you do have a pocket back here. You have a pocket here in the front, and even this little guy opens up to put a tiny little something in if you wanted to. I don't know what, you never know. It's the joy of memory keeping, right? So this one has many things, many pockets. This is an index card folded in half, nice and tight, fits in beautifully. There's another one up here. So any of these can, the ephemera can be taken out, written on, glued stuff onto, or removed and added something else to it. There's a wonderful card here, right? But you could paper clip cash to that and tuck it in. You could, tuck gift card's a little big, but you could tuck a gift card in there, wrap it up, put a note on it, how much. Maybe they had something in mind that they really wanted. Another large journal card back here, so beautiful for writing. So it's, I think it's a fun thing for simple memory keeping. It's great for gift giving, especially with gift cards and checks and money and cash. You've got a lot of grandkids. These might be fun to be able to do something fun with and, give it to them, so they have to maybe a little scavenger hunt within the file folder here, because some of these have a lot of fun little things, but everything's tucked in, and there's a number of pockets everywhere. So when you pull this out, this one's just how it's decorated. I thought it was really fun to decorate, and then I went, oh, they're gonna try to pull that out. So I'll show you, but that's okay. It's gonna be tucked out, cut, played with. Some pieces are just there for you to work with, and others are, of course, a little decorated, like this one, where you get to have some moments to write on it and have fun with it. So these are all wonderful. I think I had a lot of fun just finishing them up and making sure they were really full and ready to go. So that's our Silent Night, teal, blue, and pink. Then we have our Happy Holiday, and this is the burgundy one that I was a little struggling with a little bit, because I had to find things out both from his kit and in my stash that would go, because it's burgundy, right? It's a cranberry burgundy. It wasn't red, it wasn't purple, But I found the Santa. I found this beautiful cutout, die cut from Celeste at Woodland Inspired. I don't know if she's still on vacation. So winters, they sort of travel a lot. So keep an eye on her shop. We all love her, so she does beautiful die cuts and things. So this frame was perfect. I've got to put a Santa behind it, all of her laces, nice and simple. He does these adorable peekaboo journal cards, right? You have the whole back, you have it labeled here, and it just tucks in. Put a little tab on it so you could find it easily. But this one has plenty of room to help maybe stick stuff behind it. Now this one's definitely a little simpler. It's a little less busy as some of the rest, but room to maneuver. You know, just a little journal card, tucked into another library card, right? So there's a lot of room in this one to add your own memory keeping, and this one has a huge pocket. So there's a fun little hidden star, but this is a tag that's actually a full tuck-in pocket. So this is really a good place to add in, you know, the cash. You could tuck in a gift card. You could have some fun with this one. Maybe you have a family where each pocket is for a different kid, or maybe your adult kids. So there's some room in this one. This one's a little simpler for the happy holidays. Just because I just didn't have as much stuff to go in it. So if you have some burgundy things that happen to match, you know, tack on a little extra and really, you know, fuss it up. Nice and wonderful, right? So there's our Happy Holiday Santa and the burgundy. And then we have the holly. This is the red and green holly fava, which I hate to undo that. Did I? Oh, no, I did put a hole in there. Like, did I do it? I think. No, baby girl, you can't go out. Sorry. The cat wants out. I love that I had this. It works so well with it. Now, this one had, again, fun places to tuck things into. Beautiful journal cards all decked out. Plenty of memory keeping for it. Another one of his hidden, which you have another tab on it. So there you go. We have a little elf this time. A little elf on the shelf feel. This one is tied, and it's actually another die cut from Celeste. You can open it up and write on it. But these, again, little guys, I got a set of these from her too, these little envelopes. So there's this, right? We have more cards all to write on. There's a pocket here. There's a pocket up here. A nice little side sort of ripped, torn pocket with more pretty little things all tucked away. So you can use them. You can remove them. You can put them somewhere else. And yes, it does have a side pocket. So I did it again. I did a nice little side pocket to tuck something into, plus the two ripped pockets, side pockets on this lovely, what is it, bookmark card. Gotta love it. So there we go. A nice, fun thing, again, to work with. So whether for gift ideas, memory keeping, tacked onto into a journal, you know, so you can glue it down. Be a little thick. It is on a file folder, but they're beautiful. I think they're just beautiful, and I'm pretty happy with them. I mean, sometimes things are a little trying, so it's good to have that. I will do that though later. We don't want to take up all our time. All right, so that is our red and green holly. We have the Happy Holiday burgundy, and then of course, like I said, the teal, pink, and blue Silent Night. So there's all those. And we'll just keep the Christmas theme really quick. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's all all finished. We have the pom-poms. We have sort of this double-sided dangles with some charms on it. Layered up some of my fussy cuts because I didn't have any one thing. And made our acrylic dangles, right? We have our Love Jingle Bells Joy 25 front cover. And it is full. So we have journal cards. About probably every other pocket or so has a beautiful journal card. Really simple. It's decorated well enough on its own. So there's plenty of room. We have our envelope here, right? With a bunch of little things tucked inside to add it to the lovely. There's some extras in there. Cat, love. Hold on, guys, one sec. Sorry about that. Slight delay. Okay. Then we have the file folder we created. Isn't she adorable? 'Twas the night before. I was super stoked with all the fun things. And we took the double, you know, we made some extra pockets, decorated them up, put some little goodies in them, labels, cards, you know, cute little things. The same pocket has another journal card in it. So it took us 3 bags to make this lovely stuffed envelope, or stuffed pocket. Bag, and of course our full bag. This has 2 large journal tags in it. Plenty of writing space. So each little gusset of the bag that we ended up creating is now holding a tag, right? Nice and simple. I love the front. So you have plenty of room to write front and back. It's not overly decorated, but you have it all there. And then in the back here, we have our lovely little sort of bookmark, belly band. All this stuff can be pulled out, of course, and put into another journal, or you can leave it all stuffed and totally do a nice little memory keeping thing with it, with photos and other things. So our back, we ended up with our lovely little pocket up here, right? And we got a journal card. And then I made the tiniest little, or not tiniest little, but the cute little, right? Little journal. Nice and simple. But I took one of our journal cards that just had that beautiful spine down the middle, and we went ahead and made it into a tiny, a tiny little journal. Tiny journal. So we made it into a tiny journal. But with the coin pocket, that the way it was designed, it gave you that room to do so, right? So, and then inside, I have some fun papers and even a Christmas card in here. So there's plenty more room in here to, of course, put more stuff. But I gave you guys some printed music paper. The back, of course, is totally writable. A cute red and green, Christmas card that I thought went beautiful. I found this graphic fairy. Gotta love them, right? It's just a pine tree brand. I put it on this really fun linen parchment paper, and I just, that on a little ink, and you have so much fun with it. But you can write it, add it to your, and then a Christmas poem, I believe is what it is. So everything can be written on, but it's decorative. You can add it to a journal. You can keep it in here and tucked in to write more memories. And of course, so there is that. So I decided just to tuck it with some papers. So you have I think over a dozen pieces here, all stuffed into a beautiful folder and beautiful, well, not quite folder, pocket, Christmas bag pocket, stuffed pockets, however you want to put it, but it's ready for Christmas. So you need one last minute, for yourself or as a Christmas present. Here we go. Beautiful thing to as a memory keeping option that you get to share with your loved ones. Oh, but yeah, I feel like this was definitely inspired by my mom. Oh, well, there's one more in here. Oh, I forgot. See, another card. It just keeps going because there's another tuck back here. Totally forgot about it. So I did finally I got to add him in there. We tucked a journal in here, and a little journal card in here. So yeah, it keeps going. Oh my gosh, it keeps going. And you still have room really to, decorate and add a little more to the big this front pocket, the inside pocket. You could probably even get a few more journal cards in here. So it does have room to grow if you wanted to add more memorabilia to your holiday season. So there we go. Christmas Joy stuffed bag ephemera. Okay. So that'll be in there. And then great things for gifts. Christmas gifts, but not Christmas themed. You want to just give it the gift of journaling. We worked on these weekend tissue box journals, right? So we have a very retro, blue and teal, almost photo album book. It's a little under 4x6. I think the cover is probably 4x6, but just about, just shy of 6. And it is definitely just over 4.5. Helps if I put this the right way. But yeah, 4.5 tall, 4.5 tall by just under 6 wide. So the pages are a little smaller, but a little trimming, and you could make this a photo book. 4 signatures, over 180 pages. It's decorated on the front, tied with our crinkled ribbon, and plenty of beautiful bright white paper. So this is something for a little bit more contemporary, modern, little retro feel with the waves and the fabric, right? But it is our tissue box cover with fabric, and then 4 signatures that are beautiful bright white with the middle signature decorated in florals to bring this into the whole journal, just like we did with the front cover, trying to tie it all together. So there you go, right? So we have the, each signature has a middle that's decorated. Still plenty of room to write on most of it. And I even tipped the edges of the book in that beautiful green bundled sage to again tie the colors and whatnot together. Very simple book, and it's for the most part, even the sewing in of the book is hidden with these middle signatures, so that you don't have to worry about strings and whatnot. You get to just enjoy the 180 plus pages. So plenty of pages to put photos, memories, quotes, silver lining. You could pretty much make it a daily journal for quite a few months. 6 months, right? Over 180 pages. You got about 6 months worth of daily moments, right? Your favorite moment of the day, the challenge of the day, your favorite quote of the day, a photo from the day, tiny little anything. It could be you went to the movies that day. I don't know. You definitely have a memory keeping 4x6 mini journal here to keep yourself occupied with for the next 6 months. Great gift for someone who likes doing little bits of journaling. They're a little bit more decorative, but this is a small 4¼ I think by 4¼ is what we ended up with. I know my numbers were that way on one side, but yeah, 4½ by 4¼ type deal. 4¼ by 4½, as each section waterfalls this way and flip-flops as you see fit. So it's a waterfall flip-flop, small journal, but it's our tissue box, right? We're continuing on with our favorite tissue box theme, and it's, again, what is wrong? Oh my gosh. Okay. Cats are being temperamental today. Okay, so there we go. We have a lovely flip on the front, all decorated. She was herself again. The word love's back there. Little tabby part to let you know that there is a flip out with pockets. There are goodies in these things. But it reveals our window cover, right? Has a fun front cover. This design is done by one of my Happy Planner sticker ladies. She gives us beautiful cards. So we, of course, repurposed it, covered it up. And I just felt the coloring was really close. And I loved it for something unique and different. And so we have this very decorated journal card that sits in our window pocket. Right? That's sort of the flap reveals that we have a front cover with all these beauties in it. And it's ready to go. And you can open it to your first flip. With our big old... Red's a little much. I don't know where the red came from. I was like, oh, that'd be perfect. I was like, oh, it's a little bright, but that's okay. So we have pages to flip out, fun things to work with. You sat there hopefully and watched me as we decorated the middle. Felt the middle signature needed a little something fun. So we decorated it with vellum. And most of the time, because I didn't like how I wasn't sure how the vellum was going to work, with the most part, with the back of our cutouts, we made pockets, right? So we glued vellum to our graph paper and made pockets for beautiful, journal cards that now are decorative and totally writable to add to it. So we're not losing any writing space for the most part in our middle signatures. We get to tack on and add more. Back of each one also has more journal cards because we actually have the ability, isn't it cute, to continue to add in pieces. So there's your first flip, first journal, first signature. All right, so same pages, up and down, easy to work with. Get to the middle again, and ta-da, now we have side pockets, right? So I took the papers that we cut these guys out of and had them all easy to write on, added beautiful blue ink, and a little something to help them stick out from each other. So we could easily pull them out. Well, putting them back in is a little tougher, but pulling them out is great. All right, there we go. And this one, yeah, we just have, I won't go too far out this time, but again, fun things. I found my whites and greens and blues and sages and just had a fun old time adding little bits of things to our items. Okay, and again, this one has another pocket again in the back. This one we went vertical with, but kept to our themes, right? Our pink, our blue, our teal, a little bit of sage, and had some fun with it. Then you go to the back. This is where that flip it over or flop it over, however you want to put it, and open up to your third signature. Another journal card, bringing in all of our favorite pieces and scraps. This one had, instead of a flip out, we have two more pockets, more writing space. Nice things, these are nice lightweight cardstock, so the journal cards are not, flimsy in any right. Now, this one has a beautiful lace pocket trim, or an eyelet trim pockets, and I did leave these empty. These I did leave empty for you to fill as you saw fit as you were doing your memory keeping in this lovely book, in our tissue box journal, right? So I try to fill most pockets, but I left a few open just in case, so you could fill them as you see fit. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We worked on this for a couple weekends, and I finally got an opportunity to finish off the ephemera so that everything had a purpose. Every pocket we made hopefully has something in it now, except for those two. I did leave those for you to enjoy. And you just simply wrap it around and retie it. I know the more we tie it, though, the more we lose our crinkle, but that's okay. What are you going to do? But it is poofy. She is a little bit of crocodile. So keeping her tied is helpful so she doesn't pop out too much. But we have all this wonderful layers and elements to our journal. And so a nice little, another 4x4 type journal, small, easy, but memory keeping. Definitely a memory keeper. Things to help just beautifully look at every day and decide what, what month of the year that you want to, keep in your memories and be able to look back on. So here is our floral pink and blue flip-flop tissue box journal. There we go. And if my naming convention on Etsy is a little off from what I say here, I'm so sorry. I won't be able to list everything, but I'll try to get a few of these listed for you down below if I can, so that you can find some of these things pretty easily. Or I'll at least put the category for quick. I will put the link into for the DJNS, handmade category, so that you can click on that. And at least all these things that I'm showing you today, except for the doilies, will be in that handmade category. So you can find them, pretty easily. So that way, if you're looking for those Christmas gifts, you're looking for, Christmas themed gifts and Christmas gifts, they will be there for you. But I think these are really fun, standalone folios. I think they'd make some fun, I think they make for some fun money gift card type, cards to put your lovely things in. So that's me personally. But anyway, we are full. We are constantly trying to put more things in there. I know we have some more things coming. Can't wait to put them in for you guys, and from Lorette's side of the ordeal. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's all of our pretties, and then some. Like I said, we have a little bit left. This is what I've got left of my fabric swatches of the pink vintage fabrics. So you get there's a fabric flip, and there is with a ruffle, or you can get a set of 3, ruffles that do range around, let's see, they're about, if I can do it correctly, I keep doing it upside down, about 7 inches long, give or take. That one's 7, 6, so, 2 6s and a 7, or 6 to 7 inches long. Great for about 2/3 of a page, which is great, or across the top even, depending on how wide your book is. So we have plenty of things now, more things now in the shop, and continuing to bring stuff in always. We want to make sure you have as much as we can, the best we can, within the control that we have. I know there's a few things lately that our vendors have not been able to restock, so we can't get them, or just not able to get back into the country with them. So appreciate your patience, and I love that you came to watch me today and see what we had going, and what's new to the shop, and keep those notifications, subscriptions, alerts, all clicked on, so that when we do come up and say, oh my gosh, something's, in the shop, you are made aware of right away. And hopefully you'll go over to the shop and make sure you follow us over there, so you get those notifications also when Etsy does its job and lets you know new things are in the shop. So thank you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Thursday evening, if you get to watch me tonight, a wonderful Friday, and a lovely weekend. And hopefully we have a brand new project come Saturday. I have an idea. I just got to find a kit that'll help me get it across, right? So whether it'll be winter or Christmas, I do not know, but I have a feeling we're heading towards winter. I don't know if it's going to be a pink winter or a blue winter kit, but I have to see what I have printed. So hopefully you'll come back this Saturday and watch all we have to create. Love you all very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.